What is the crack, ladies and gentlemen? It's Gibboeire here with another episode of World of Warcraft in the Kronos 2 server. Hey, I'll do! Okay. As you can see, I'm not actually talking in the camera down here at the bottom. This is all stuff that happened last night when I couldn't record and do the normal thing that I normally do. So I'm in an endeavor to practice my editing skills and try and force myself to stop avoiding all this editing bollocks. I've decided to start doing little segments like this at the start of every video, which is going to force me to practice and ultimately make me get better at it. So, hey, that's the plan anyway. Rather than just keep uploading like raw footage the way I have been for the past while, or just like adding raw footage to more raw footage, like this will make me improve. It's the best way of learning. Just force yourself to fucking do something. It'll be fine. Anyway, as you can see, we're here in Blackrock Depths at the moment, and this is literally just after the last episode finished up. I went off for a break, as you can remember. I came back on. It was fairly late. My 10-minute nap turned into a fucking half an hour or an hour or so, and at that stage it was far too late to start really recording, so it wouldn't be fair to the people I was with. So I got a dungeon group for a quick run through Blackrock Depths with the guild that I'm with. We did a lava run. We were 5 men. Unfortunately, one of them fell into lava accidentally on the way down. Not the lava that he should have as well. So we lost a man, unfortunately, but these things fucking happen. So we got the Emperor anyway, and we took down Princess. We didn't realize we were doing Princess. We all just went on to Emperor initially, as you saw, but then we rotated around and we ended up picking her up anyway, and we jumped back on. I think this is maybe my 4th or 5th run through of Blackrock Depths. And I think it's my 3rd kind of lava run to Emperor. And fucking, as you're about to see in a couple of minutes, we're about to have a very successful run anyway. So absolutely fucking delighted with it. Later on in this video, after the first 5 minutes, we're going to get to the episode that I actually was going to record today. And I was going to tack all this footage on. But unfortunately, me and my infinite wisdom, as, you know, it wouldn't be me if there wasn't some fucking problem after happening, I didn't turn my fucking microphone on. So I'm going to have to record the audio for the entire episode. Yay! Fucking fantastic. These things happen, whatever. Like, in future, I'm going to record a little segment like this at the start of the video, and then I'm going to tack the bits on that I do without you guys at the start of the video, leading into it, and then it'll be the way it will be normally. So that way, it's going to be kind of a half and half type of thing. Or maybe a 1/4 and 3/4. Or maybe an 1/8 and 7/8. I don't know. As you can see, Hand of Justice. Boom. Absolutely fucking delighted. Very successful run. No other items really there for us. We just whacked the greeds on them. And then, of course, me being the polite motherfucker that I am, I just ask, is it okay if I need? Don't like to be mean, you know. It's nice to just, you know, get things out there in the clear. But anyway, happy fucking days. Hand of Justice. Boom. I didn't even know the stats of that fucking thing. That gives you, like, an extra swing. Like, it has a 2% chance to give you an extra swing. So, like, in every 100 swings, we're going to get an extra swing off that. We're getting extra swings off our Thrash Blade, and we're getting extra swings off our talents. Extra swings for days. Fucking fantastic. Oh yeah, there's something in my eye here, which was fantastic. And like, I went to rub it, and then I realized I made it worse, and then I think I nearly blinded myself. That was great. I like this wee little shot, so I thought I'd just leave it in, so woot. Anyway, as you'll see later on in the fucking video, when we get to the actual bit that I recorded today, we're starting our Onyixa quest chain. I didn't realize this was an Onyixa. You'll see I'm in a group here as well. We're trying to get a group together to do Blackrock Depths. This is just after I'd gotten the Hand of Justice. I still think I need to pick up the note at this stage. I hadn't actually gone and googled it till afterwards. So I'm just doing this to kill a bit of time, and I'm farming up leather and stuff like that, because I want to try and get our leather working to 300. And I can pretty much only do one of these guys every 5 minutes when Adrenaline Rush comes off cooldown. And sometimes they're fairly easy if they don't get too many crits and they don't get too many cleaves on me. And sometimes, like in this case, they get a fuckload of crits on me and my health is fucked. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to buy myself time for my energy to come back, and fortuitously I get a nice crit there at the end, which just knocks that fucker out. These were a bit easier to actually do. Oh, the group falls apart now at this stage. One person had to leave because they had to study. We didn't have time, so I told them I was going to go walk my goldfish. Everyone had an excuse, so I thought I'd just fuck that in as a joke. And anyway, happy days. We'll come back to it at another stage. We're still working away at this Onyixa quest here anyway, at least the initial part of it. And then I went to farm some leather. The tension. Look at all of that leather. We can't let him take it. Not a hope. Not a chance. Get the fuck out of it, bud. That's mine. Nicked. You'll see my face here now in a second. I'm fucking delighted with life. The concentration. Look at all this rugged leather. Oh. That's what you get for being a mage, pal. That's what you get. Yoink. Poor bastard. Anyway. We spent the rest of the day here farming up some leather. And we got all of our green and yellow crystals together. So that way we could do this quest here, which you'll see now in 2 seconds. We get our crystal restores. Again, another one that I had to look up, unfortunately. I just had no fucking clue where to get them. So, boom, you whack them into the north pylon, gives you crystal restores. I actually kept 2 stacks of 20 because I farmed extra ones by accident, which I ended up selling on the auction house, as you'll see later. So here we are, me, the fucking gobshite that I am. I forgot to turn my microphone on. Delightful. There is a wee red button that comes on when it's meant to be on, but yeah, I'm getting used to it, so fucking, what happened again? Live and learn. Live and learn. I decided to leave the last Black Drake to kill with you guys today because I wanted to kind of walk you guys through my progression through the quest after this point because I had a bit of knowledge as to what was going to happen after looking up what I needed to do to get the note. I haven't read the entire thing and I don't actually complete all of it in this episode or this chunk of the episode so far. My plan is I do have to go to work tonight. I'm actually leaving as soon as I finish recording this audio, so I'm hoping to get it done in one shot. I'm going to go back this evening and I'm going to do the other half of everything and hopefully get a Blackrock Depths group so that way we can continue and complete the jailbreak questline and thus get our Onyixa attunement. Whoop. Anyway, it's a very, very soloable quest. It does say elite, but if you have a pet or if you have heals or anything of that nature or if you're a mage, fucking cunts, you should have absolutely no issues getting this shit knocked on the head. I have to admit, as a rogue, at least personally, I found it extremely fucking difficult to solo this quest. But I tried to maximize my downtime when I didn't have Adrenaline Rush up by farming the whelps in order to get what they seem to have a particularly high drop rate for rugged leather. So in order to get my leatherworking progressed onwards as much as possible, I would kill whelps and ogres for rune cloth while I was waiting for Adrenaline Rush to come off cooldown. Here I am, you know, fucking showing off. Look what I got last night, haven't I? So fucking cool. I'm absolutely delighted I got it. We're doing quite well on getting our best in slot items, actually. We haven't got all of them. We're nowhere near completed. But, like, we're after getting a fair few of them fairly fast. Like, a lot faster than I anticipated we were going to get them. So, I'm absolutely fucking delighted with life. So I think what I'm talking about here now at the moment is one of you two of you guys were talking to me about leatherworking earlier on. It's so fucking hard to go back over this shit after I've already said it. Like, fuck me. And I was really happy with the shit I was talking about today. But anywho, a couple of you guys were saying I need the wicked leather headbands. I don't actually have that recipe. I will look into picking it up if it is worth my while actually saving a bit of leather. But I think we pretty much have all the leather we need to get us to fucking 300 now at this point, because we only need another 6 levels. But I think the main concern now is actually getting some rune cloth together so we can finish off the last couple of things. Something I have noticed, and I will make mention of it, well, I did make mention of it later on in the video, is that the price for rune cloth has risen dramatically since the Anchorage event has started. Oh yeah, here we go. Boom. This actually went down quite easily. The drakes were significantly harder than this fucker, so I don't know. Go figure. Oh, not the drakes, the drakekin, wormkin, whatever the fuck you call them. That half dragon, half lizard, half human, man, bear, pig things. Anyway, this went down fairly handy, but I have noticed that the rune cloth has risen dramatically in price. You're talking about at least $1 to $2 on the normal price, depending on what time of day that people are fucking in the auction house. So it is worth your while probably farming some of it at the moment, and probably a lot of the other materials that are in the Anchorage event or are used by the Anchorage war effort. So keep that in mind, any of you folks out there that are trying to get a few shillings together. Oh, did you notice my shirt? I don't know. I think I will point it out at some stage later on, but it says seal of approval. And it's a seal, and he says nice. I'm really happy with it. I got a load of shirts off that fucking company, man. There's so many fucking stupid shirts. Stupid shirts are the way forward, dude. If we all had more stupid shirts in our life, we'd all be happier people. Stupid shirts? Funny shirts? Yeah, I'll let you decide which. Anyway, we make our way back up here. We've completed our quest, and we're going to hand it into the Marshal. I think it's Maxwell is the dude up here, and Windsor is the guy that's in Blackrock Depths. So when we hand this shit into him, he's going to turn around and he's going to be, well, now you need to go to Redridge and find out who the true masters are. Oh, yeah, no, I hand it into this jerk, and he tells me to talk to Maxwell. That's what it is. Fantastic. And we get a goal in a bit. So 2 seconds. Anyway, we'll wait for me to catch up here with what's actually happening. I'm trying to remember pretty much everything I said in the video and try and place it back in some way, shape, or form into this version of it. So, do forgive me if my conversation seems a bit kind of random at times. Like I said, we're figuring shit out. Okay, right, we're flying over to Redridge here now. So, from what I remember, roughly at this point in the video, what I did actually start talking about was a couple of you guys have commented saying, why the fuck am I wasting my time doing quests at this juncture in the game? Like, what's the fucking point? You're 60, get geared, do raids, you're done. That attitude, and this is something that I start discussing here now. I'm definitely on time here with this. That attitude is something that I don't fully understand. What I need to do is I need to kind of go back a wee bit in time here when I was in college and actually explain this from the standpoint of my own experience with this type of behavior. So, back when I was in college, like, pretty much you're talking about you're playing Call of Duty, you know, all that sort of shit. You're fucking... You just get the PvP end of things, and that's pretty much all you're fucking doing. You don't bother going through the game to find all the unlocks. You don't find all the intel, or whatever it's called these days. Like, you're just trying to get different skins on your guns and just fucking, you know, kill people. That's pretty much it. And prestige. That was all that was about. And how many rounds can you survive in zombies? That was always another one. But I remember I was living with a guy, and he was a total fucking completionist, this dude. He was absolutely hell-bent on fucking finishing games. And he'd finish a game, and then he'd go back through it, and he'd look for, like, all the wee little bits that you wouldn't get normally, or the hidden levels, or the little fucking Easter eggs in the game, and he'd try and find absolutely everything and 100% complete the game. And I always found this fascinating, because I never really understood why he was doing that sort of shit. And then I started playing fucking WoW. And, well, I was already playing WoW at this stage, but then I started applying it to WoW. And if you can ask any of my fucking mates, during Cataclysm, I was a total achievement whore. Fucking, when the achievements thing fucking came out, I fucking was all over that shit like a hot snot. I fucking could get enough of it. And it really added a whole new dimension to the game for me. I love this fucking concept of fucking having not only to get to level at that time it was 85, but to finish off your professions and actually getting this reward for finishing your profession, and fucking this sense of kind of like I still have all of this other tricky shit that I need to do before I can really say that I've completed the game, inverted commas. And it just added a whole new dimension to me. It took away this kind of just get the cap, get geared, you're done. Like, WoW is a really, really big fucking game. And vanilla WoW especially. There's so much fucking shit that you can do in it. And that's what I'm trying to do here at the moment. I'm trying to, as much as possible, experience all the shit that I experienced back in the fucking day. And share that experience with you guys. And I've said this multiple times. That's what the whole point behind this series is. This series is me recapturing the adventures, the experiences, the fun, the sorrow, all that shit together that I had when I first started playing World of Warcraft back in the day. That's why I'm not using add-ons, because I didn't start using add-ons until TBC. So, like, I didn't use add-ons until I hit cap. I didn't hit cap in vanilla. I've already explained that to you guys, but I didn't use add-ons until TBC, until I hit level 70. And not even initially. So, I'm trying to re-simulate what I went through back in the day. This isn't about pro play. This isn't about min-maxing my DPS. This isn't about fucking having the ultimate guide on how to fucking get through Blackwing Lair perfectly as a solo fucking robe with only white gear on. Like, it's about me recapturing my experience, and some of you guys need to understand that. You're not going to see professional play here. I'm not a fucking professional gamer. So, simmer down on that aspect. But I think a lot of people that have this attitude about fucking playing through a video game and just getting to the end point in it, in terms of, like, in WoW, just getting to the raiding, or just fucking experiencing the multiplayer aspect of the likes of Call of Duty or some shit like that. I think you're fucking missing out. Like, people spend months and months and months or years fucking developing in a game, and there's so many different assets or facets to all these fucking games, and a lot of people just tunnel vision on a certain point in it and just fucking, that's all they focus on. Now, I understand, like, some people only have an interest in certain things, and other people have interest in other things. Yeah, that's fine, you know? Like, everyone has their own fucking way of approaching different bits and bobs, but I don't know, like, when I first started playing WoW, I really tunnel visioned on PvP, especially when I hit cap on my Paladin. I was a holy Paladin, and I fucking love PvP. Alterac Valley at cap at 70 that was the fucking highlight of my memories of playing WoW. I love that shit, man. That was a cluster fucking and a half. And then getting my fucking rogue to 70 and then doing the same shit. That was good fun. And then eventually, like in Wrath of the Lich King, when I finally did start raiding, and then I suddenly realized, shit, man, there's a whole other side of this game that I've just been fucking ignoring all this time. Like, we done a couple of fucking janky raids in the Karazhan and shit like that with my friends and shit, but that shit was never successful. My progress was not. But anyway, what can you do? Wrath of the Lich King was when I started doing all raiding and shit like that. And then it kind of pinnacled for me then in Kata. When we were doing all our clearance through fucking... Oh my god, what was the name of that first one with all the dragons in it? I can't remember. We did a few of them, but that was the pinnacle of my fucking raiding experience. That was fucking great crack. And then shortly after then I stopped playing. And I only really came back then during WoD. And then left and then came back during Legion. And still am there for Legion. Again, it's not that bad of a fucking game. I've yet to fully formulate an opinion on it. And won't for some time. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. A lot of people seem to tunnel vision on just the PvP, or tunnel vision just on the PvE, or just on the raiding, or just on farming for gear, or just on getting their professionals. And that's fucking stupid, man. There's so much more in the fucking game. Like, you should enjoy absolutely as much of this fucking game as you possibly can. And that's how you get your value out of this game. That's where you get your enjoyment. Because there is so much shit. Because it is essentially an entire fucking world that's been created for you to explore and enjoy. Now, I get it that most of you... Oh, yeah, here I am talking about my shirt. Most of you guys have already done that. Like, most of you guys remember all your explorations or all that shit from when you done it back in the day. The game is, like, it's been here since, what, 2004? I get that. But I haven't. And that's why I'm doing all the quests. I didn't get a chance to fucking see that side of things. And I really missed that fact. I missed the fact that I didn't get the opportunity to experience those quests. And that bothers me. So this has been an opportunity for me to catch up. This has been a chance for me to actually go back and go, hey, look! This is what would have happened if I had it done this properly. Or, hey, look, this is what I was actually supposed to do. Or, hey, look, I was stacking strength on this thing when I probably should have been stacking this. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, point being is, I missed out on a lot of that sort of shit back in the day. And, like, you know, fucking, I'm not entirely happy with where the game is at today. And while I am getting to experience a kind of version of that now, it's not the version that I'm entirely happy with. Alright, so we're chatting to this bitch, and I'm like, oh, spoiler alert, we don't know what happens here. So... this bit bounces us back and forth between the two of these dudes here. And again, this is all part of your Onyixa attunement. So I'm documenting all of that in this episode. So that way, anybody who is fucking stuck on that sort of shit, or is a wee bit confused about how you go about doing it, although again, it is a game out since 2004. I'm sure all of you know. But anyway, I sure as fuck didn't. And I'm just making sure that I record all of that shit now. So that way you guys see how to go about doing it. And at least you have a wee bit of guidance in case you are lost. Especially if you are only starting to watch this series afterwards. But anyway, that's why I'm doing all the quests. Now, that doesn't mean to say that I'm going to level my fishing to fucking 300. That shit is AIDS, and I have no intentions of pursuing that. But it does mean that I'm going to do all the weird little quirky quests on the side. It does mean I'm going to look for all the stupid little Easter eggs. It just means that I'm going to explore the game as much as I possibly can to enjoy it. So it's not all about getting the 60... getting my raid gear, getting 8 out of 8 in a fucking raid, and then saying, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, when's the next server out so I can do it all over again. That's fucking stupid, and I think that's a poor attitude to take with it. And I think in taking that attitude and adopting that attitude towards a game like this, you're already setting yourself up for disappointment with it. Like, you're doomed to repeat a cycle of waiting for a fresh server to release every couple of fucking months, so you can level a character to 60, to repeat the same bullshit fucking quests and fucking... whatchamacallit, like raid progression in the space of a couple of weeks, and then you're bored again. This game is fucking massive, and there's so much shit in it to explore. Now, I understand that you can't really apply that exploration to every single character, but there's different classes, there's different factions, there's so much fucking shit you can hit up in this, so I don't know, it just seems silly to not get on board with that. So, that's why I'm going through all the quests and shit like that, in case you're wondering. And that is the point of this series. It's not a quest guide series. It's me re-experiencing my experiences of WoW. Experience-ception. Here we are back in Red Ridge, and we're going to hand in this quest here now to, what's-his-face, the Magistrate. We've been told that we now have the Seal of Stormwind. We can fucking assist in whatever we need to fucking do, or whatever we say basically goes in terms of the defense of Red Ridge, or fucking, you know... the Alliance and Azeroth in general. Not really 100%. I didn't fucking read it, so deal with it. Anyway, we have a chat with this guy in here. He starts crying and then sends us to Maxwell in Burning Steps again. So then we're going to make our way back over to him. You can actually read it there. You'll notice the Marshal is crying or some shit like that. It's just kind of like, oh, that's rough, man. You've been blown off one too many times at this stage. So we make our way back to the Burning Steps anyway. And the plan then, of course, is we're going to complete our quest chain that we have there, and then again I'm gonna go to work. I'm in there for a couple of hours, but I will be back on this evening. and I'm going to finish off the second half of this episode, hopefully with a Blackrock Depths run. Hopefully we can get to Marshall Windsor. Hopefully the note drops, and hopefully we can get it all done in one snip. If not, I'm going to have to further edit this episode later on, but the voiceover won't be happening. That's going to finish up now shortly in a wee while. So we go over to this dude here now. Not that dude. Turn to the right. I can't remember what I'm talking about here, but I'm sure it was really fascinating and really deep. Oh, yeah, add-ons, dude. Oh, I'm so happy that I fucking remembered that shit, man. Okay, so some of you guys were asking me, why the fuck haven't I used add-ons? Again, go back to what I was just saying there a second ago. Me recapturing my experiences of WoW. So, I didn't... Oh. Did I? Oh, no. I thought that wouldn't happen. Oh, no. Fantastic. I think I caught it just in time. No, she's still recording. Close one. Alright. I didn't start using add-ons in WoW until I hit cap in TBC. And not initially either. I didn't just hit 70 in TBC and go, LVI, Postal, Auctioneer, Omen Threat Meter, let's go DBM. I didn't, like, that's not how it fucking happened. Like, what happened was, I was 70 for a while, just getting by, and then I started doing, like, fucking heroic dungeons and stuff like that, and I realized maybe I need a couple of wee little things to give me a hand with my healing spells and stuff like that. And that's how add-ons became a part of my gameplay experience. So, I have put a bit of thought into it, and now that I have hit cap, and I've kind of gone through that whole grind that I went through initially at the start as well, I think it's time that I possibly look at adding in a couple of add-ons to my experience. Not to make the game easy for myself, don't get me wrong. I don't want to fucking totally undermine the difficulties that I currently face while I'm playing through the game. But at the same time, there are a couple of things that possibly could be streamlined in the game, if you take my understanding. So, like, fucking, the postal add-on for the fucking mailbox, like, that's especially something that we need to look at. You'll see coming up now in a couple of minutes in this video that, like, the amount of shit that doesn't sell that I've done in single stacks of items that I now have to fucking divide up, like, and that's something Retail WoW has gotten their shit together with. They have absolutely streamlined their auction house, even though they don't have, like, a scan option or anything like that for, like, current market value. But that's something that, you know, WoW eventually adopted. And I find it funny how, like, a lot of, like, add-on functions were eventually included in the game itself, which is, I don't know, it's pretty cool. But anyway, add-ons that I am going to be looking to add into my fucking gameplay experience are just for streamlining certain things that just drive me up the fucking wall. So, easy mount was one of them I think you guys were talking about. So that's going to deal with the whole when I fucking try to use a flight path and I'm mounted and the fucking game is like, but you are mounted. It's like, just fucking dismount me, game. Like, fuck you, wow. But anyway, postal to make the whole auction house experience significant and fucking easier for me when I'm not selling shit. Something like Auctioneer or Auctionator, I don't know, but like something that allows me to do a market scan to get a value of things and just to make putting stacks of items up significantly easier. A lot of you guys are asking me to put up like a DPS meter or like some kind of thing like fucking recount. So I guess something of that sort would be nice to have as well. Just kind of fucking to see how I'm doing in terms of damage and all. Oh, you guys get to slag me when I do so fucking bad. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just leave that out so that way you guys are just living in fucking total obliviousness or oblivion in terms of what my damage is. I think I was harping on about fucking... Oh yeah, like I'm looking at the cave up here at the top right and I end up finding some wee little dragonkin kind of fucking dude in a cave, but we'll come back to that in another stage because I haven't a fucking clue what that shit is about. Maybe it's significant, I don't know yet. Maybe you guys should tell me down in the comment section. But anyway, yeah, like a DPS meter probably would be nice because that's going to help me actually start working on my rotations and shit like that and try to squeeze out an extra bit of DPS. And also, it'll be nice to know whether or not I'm doing shit or, you know, decent. What else was I looking at possibly getting? A couple of you guys were saying, like, Atlas loot. Fuck me, man. Well, Google does the same shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, is it entirely necessary for me to know exactly what every single boss drops? Like, should I not just look up the guides, like the items that I particularly want, and then just go to those spots? Like, I don't know. I did download Atlas loot in TBC. I did have it. But I'm not 100% certain if I'm going to download it now. Oh yeah, at this point I realized that I haven't replied to any of you guys. And I'm like, oh shit. So I pause it. And I've been talking about getting that fucking note all this time for the past like 3-4 episodes. And then one of you guys there finally pointed out to me, you're like, oh yeah, by the way, you realize you have to do the quest that I did at the start of this episode. And I thought it was really funny, and I was just like, yeah, by the way, that's exactly what I'm doing right now, so fuck. But Hey, oh, we got to it at the end. Now, here's this fucking Dragon King chap. I don't know what the fucking deal is with him. It's something about proving yourself to the flight or something like that. I'm unsure. But we'll come back to him at some stage. But let me know down in the comment section what he's all about there, because that is intriguing. I have a feeling he's possibly going to be something significant at some stage in the near future. So anyway, now I figure let's go to Flamecrest. That's probably the likely spot where this motherfucker is going to be. So we're making our way over here now, and, you know, we're just fucking glancing around, taking in the sights of Terrorwing Path. Lovely space that it is, you know. If you ever consider a spot for real estate, and, oh, look at the auction's not happening. Motherfucker. So I'm talking about kind of a, oh, hey, look at all of the, like, kind of things that we can get leather off around here. And this fucker kind of goes by me, and I'm kind of saying to myself, he's in a party. That's not good. He's probably farming things here, which means there are probably multiple of the horde here. But I see all of these dead animals around, so I'm like, I'm probably going to get some free skins. And I'm a rogue, so why not? So I start talking about how this quest is probably soloable by the majority of classes if you have a pet or if you have any healing spells or anything like that. But I state personally that I found this quest quite difficult as a rogue. I felt like I could only do it every 5 minutes when I had adrenaline rush up, and even then it was a struggle. It could just be me, you know, like, but I personally found it quite hard. So right, we're getting a couple of bits of leather here. I'm looking at me map, making sure we're still on fucking course, keeping my eye out to see if there's any more leather on the fucking go. And in a couple of seconds we're gonna notice a load of leather, and I'm like, oh yeah, man, look at all of this free leather. Look at all the potential for rugged fucking leather. Let's go, bro. I've said leather so many times in the past couple of seconds. So we loot that shit, and oh, hey, motherfucker, how are you? I'm going invisible. Oh, what's that? You got me with your flare. And I hit evasion. I didn't even get to hit it. I wanted to hit blind. I understand. Key bindings. Shut the fuck up. No one fucking cares. Deal with it. So I'm sitting here and I'm frozen. I'm like, there is literally nothing I can do. He's hit me with that yoke. I'm going to pop sprint. Waiting for the concussion shot. But he doesn't get it off. I use one of those wee little napkin things to get rid of his serpent strike. Whatever you fucking call it. The dot. And sprint the fuck out of there. Vanish gets rid of the fucking Mark of the Hunter. Fucking delighted. If I can possibly get more of these wee little towelettes, I sure as fuck would love to get another fucking 30 or 40 of them. They are badass. And as you can see, fucking more items not selling. What can you do? I have stacks and stacks and stacks of blinding powder. The Fade Leaf costs an astronomical amount on the fucking auction house. So the way I figured it, I've got so much blind powder from fucking pickpocketing and shit like that. Why not try sell some of it on the auction house? And it seems to be extremely expensive. So I undercut the auction house as per fucking usual. But none of it sold, so yeah, go figure. We'll try again. But we'll see how that pans out. Anyway, I'm paro as fuck now. Because I've seen horde players all over the fucking place. And I've seen party symbols all over the place. So I'm like, there's going to be loads. So I'm going to very, very slowly snake my way up here. And see if I can't find this fucker that we need to hand the quest into. Now, unfortunately... Oh, and I am starting to spot horde players. And then, surprise, motherfucker! This guy comes out of nowhere. So I'd throw myself off a cliff. Because... logic. I am fucking thinking to myself, I'm not seeing the wee little yellow dot that comes up in your mini-map. Because that's normally where, like, you would complete a quest. But little do I fucking realize, fucking this quest actually doesn't get completed by talking to Ragged John. You have to talk to him and then go back to Maxwell. So I'm not going to see that symbol on the map. So you're going to see me pointing the cursor at the map in a second. Little John is right there fucking front of us. I've actually hovered my cursor over him, I now realise. And I think it's just clicked in there. Or Ragged John. There he is. I have actually put the cursor over his fucking head. And now I'm going back to read to see if he is here. And now I see him and now I go, oh yeah, no, that's him. Alright, happy days. But that's what I was dealing with there at the moment. And there I see that fucking hunter again. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, his gear looks pretty good. Maybe I shouldn't take him. And, like, possibly the Flight Master is going to fucking aggro on me if I go near him. I'm not 100% on that, so I don't want to tango with that shit. That's a problem I do not want to deal with. But, as luck would have it, give it a second. Give it a second. Boom. He has logged out. Feels good, man. Feels safe, man. Right, so let's go have a chat with Little John here. So Little John tells us this big spiel about how Maxwell fought 50 orcs with Iron Foe, which is that mace, the epic mace that sometimes procs like our Thrash Blade and gives it an extra strike. And I think it's the highest threat generating item that a fucking tank can use in the game at the moment. I'm not really 100%, at least currently anyway. I read that somewhere yesterday, but it was in World Chat, so you know, or Guild Chat, I can't remember which. But fucking, if it was World Chat, take that shit with a pinch of salt. But anywho, turns out that's Windsor's fucking weapon, so that's kind of neat. And somebody in our guild got that yesterday, actually. It was Guild Chat, that's where I was reading it. But anywho, fucking delighted. Turns out then that he ends up fighting 300 Iron Dwarves. So, oh, and this guy is apparently intoxicated as well. So, that's fucking rough. Okay, I can't really read it the way... Oh, yeah, here we go. That says 300. Yeah, there we go. We're at that bit now where he fights the 300 dwarves, and they take him prisoner. So, this leads us to the next part of our quest. Oh, I need a cough. Nice. This leads us to the next part of our quest now, which means we have to go back to Marshal Maxwell, have a chat with him, and when we have a word with him, he's going to tell us, right, well, we need to go find Windsor because he's not dead. Because up until this point, we are all of the opinion that he's dead. So... that means we're now going to have to go into Blackrock Depths and actually have a word with Marshal Windsor. And I think that's going to conclude the quest at that point. Because he, according to the dwarf here now at the moment, and now laterally when we get back to the vigil here, the other Marshal, or Morgan Maxwell, or whatever the fuck his name is, when we get back here, he's going to tell us that Marshal Windsor had vital information on him. Get into him, have a chat with him, look at all the shit they didn't sell. They're all stacks of one as well. I need fucking Postal and Auctioneer or something like that. But anyway, we're going to get back to him and he's going to be like, you need to go see if he has that information. And from what I'm aware, when we get into Blackrock Depths, he is going to turn around and he's going to be like, oh no, I don't have the information because I lost it because I'm a fucking no. So anyway, what can we do? We're going to have to go in, have a word with him, and then that's going to end that quest line there. But what happens then is it's going to be a random drop off one of the mobs that will get the Onyixa note. So it's only able to drop for us once we've completed this quest line. So once we get into this bit of the fucking the quest line, once we get that Marshal Windsor bit knocked on the head, we're going to be able to actually pick up the fucking note and actually get our fucking attunement on the go. Now, one of you guys said to me that you're fortunate that you're a rogue because you're able to just skip by the whole fucking cave bit or some shit like that. I'm not 100% on what you mean by that. So I haven't actually read that much into it that any of that shit has been spoiled for me. But now I am deeply concerned about what's ahead for me, so fuck. We'll see how that shit goes anyway. So I'm making my way into the old, the fucking, what you call it, Morgan's Vigil here at this point. What is this guy's name? Is it Marshal Maxwell? It is Marshal Maxwell. Oh, I fucking knew it was Marshal. I started to doubt myself there for a fucking second right at the end. We've only got another couple of minutes to go here anyway, and you're going to get back into normal footage and my voice actually fucking matching what my face is doing on the camera. I don't know, that's really disconcerting. But like I said, I'm going to keep fucking doing this shit. I'm going to have the wee little snippets of the bits that you guys don't see at the start. And I'll record a voiceover, and I'll do a bit of editing with the shit at the start, and then go back to the normal kind of just unedited kind of footage that I normally upload at the end. And again, the logic is that the first little portion of the video is going to be heavily edited, and that's going to force me to practice my editing skills, which will improve me as a YouTuber overall. But fucking, it's going to also keep the standard format that you guys have enjoyed so far, so that way you're not going to miss out. Don't take this one as a benchmark for it, because again, I forgot to turn my mic on, so meh, have to do a voiceover afterwards. But again, all practice. It's all practice, and it was still fresh in my mind what I'd been talking about, so I think I pretty much covered 90% of whatever I said anyway, so in some way, shape, or form anyway. So it's all good. It's all good. My phone is going like the clappers here now at the moment. What's the bets that this is somebody looking for a lift? Oh, okay, no, that's cool. Right, Christy. Right, anyway, we've only got another 60 seconds here, so at this point, I'm telling you, I'm going to edit up the video. I'm explaining how the whole process is going to work from now on, as I've already done there already. And I'm also telling you guys that I'm going to go up to Western Plaguelands, and I'm going to try and farm some runic cloth. Runic? What the fuck, man? Rune cloth while I'm not recording. And I'm going to try and get a Blackrock Depths group in the meantime. And the whole plan will be that when I eventually do get that Blackrock Depths group is I'll continue this episode. So that way you get to see the whole Onyixa attunement, or at least as much of it as I possibly can squeeze in one episode. That's the logic anyway. So this may end up being a longer episode than normal, but fuck it. What can you do? I'm absolutely okay with that. And the reason I'm going up to the Western Plaguelands to farm Runecloth is lower level mobs that still drop them, so they're easier to kill, which mean more drops, which means less stopping to fucking eat food, which is pretty much what I'm saying here at the moment, I think. In some way, shape, or form. So, I don't know. We'll leave it at that. Anyway, I'm going to come back now in a second. Well, it's really going to be a couple of hours, but for you guys, it's going to be a second. And we are going to continue the video as if the microphone never turned off. Anyway, blah. Blah. This may not be the smartest idea, but we'll see. Right, so the plan is, I'm going to wait for me cooldowns to come back, and we need to get into them in here. If I sap one, blind another, blow all my cooldowns, and hope that the patrol that's going around doesn't hit me at the same time, I might be able to take a couple of them out and then vanish. Even if I get one and then vanish, come back again. Once the cooldowns are all off cooldown, try again, and get another one. Could work. Might work. Right, that's the cooldowns back. So I think the plan is... what we'll do is we'll head around this way. So that way we get an extra couple of seconds before we aggro the Bloodhound. And we'll try and sap the tanky one, since he's the least likely to be able to go down. Pull those just up a little bit further so that way our Blade Flurry doesn't aggro him, and then focus down the Bloodhound so that way we are able to vanish out and makes it a bit easier for when we come back. And then I'm hoping to be able to kill one of these two as well at the same time. He'll go down fairly easy, which will make the next time we do it a wee bit cheaper. It's probably going to take 2 goes, so we're looking at about 10 minutes to be able to gain access into Morgan here, just solo. So I suppose we give it a lash. Come on. Now, pick that up, get this down, that, pop this. Okay, but we're going to get the one thing down here anyway, no matter what that's happening. Get a nice big Blade Flurry there. It's down. It's down. We might even get all of them. Pop a pot here. Let's see if we can finish this jerk off. Nice, although that was a lot of wasted combo points. Come on, you bollocks. We might want to focus on maybe stun locking this one. Or we might be okay. Well, went better than fucking expected. Don't know how many seconds are left on his thing. Oh, there's the pat is coming in, so we better vanish anyway. And let's just get into the corner. That's tight. That's so close. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I'm not overly concerned about looting that. You know that's going to be something good as well. Fuck. Okay. We're going to wait a second for our health to come back. And then we'll go ham on this chap. So 1 second. Or fuck it. I could just unstealth and, you know, skin this shit. I want to be wary of that patrol coming back. I don't think they have too far to actually travel. We have most of our health back. I'm not too concerned. I might wait just for that to come by. Will I, won't I? See, I think that only goes to there, and they literally do a U-turn straight away, and then it goes back around, and then it fucks off for ages, because I cleared one out up there as well. That was just doing it back and forth. Yeah, here they are. You see, like, we'd probably have them down and all, but I'm just being extra careful. So we'll just wait a second. Anyway, also, look at my gold. Look how well we're fucking doing. I've been farming Runecloth and stuff like that, and, like, bone fragments, and there's a market for it, so I'm going to keep at it. Anyway, oh, that's tight. Oh, that's tight. If they had, like, one more level between them, they'd probably detect me there, to be honest. Like, you're looking at how much distance? Here to here. So there to about... Boom. Yeah, maybe one more level and they'd be able to detect me. Anyway, we should be good now, so... let's mess this guy up. Hopefully he ain't too tanky. I don't think I have any cooldowns. Oh, well, I suppose I have this, which will up our attack speed, so why not? Let's get that on the go. And there's no dodge at the moment, so that fucking sucks. Oh, I don't have a melee weapon equipped. That's what it was. Right, we may have to use a pot on this jerk. I'd really rather not. So let's just stun lock him for a second. Get this back up. Pop another one of them. Okay, we'll pop one. I probably didn't need to, but I didn't want to have to come back. Boom! Okay, so a nice handy way of being able to solo this quest, at least this part of it, if you are a rogue. So this isn't the jailbreak. We will have to come back and do this bit at some stage where we help him escape. Where is he? I'll murder him. Bolvar is a fool. I was gathering his precious proofs. Shoved down his throat. Blind buffoon. Proof stands 2 feet away from him and he does not see it. So my data, it's lost, gone, unrecoverable. Should I ever find Ironfoe and make it out of this labyrinth, my first stop will be Stormwind. Place my hammer in between that reptile's eye. Leave me, Gibboeire. Give him the bad news. So now what do I do? Oh, okay, right. Fantastic. So now we need to go back to Marshal Maxwell. When we complete that quest, we'll find a note in here on Blackrock Depths, and then that's what's going to actually unlock the next set of the quest chain, which is where we get the information for him and subsequently break him out in the jailbreak quest line. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the Marshal's Refuge. Once I do that, I'm aware of the fact that the dwarves just outside of here, outside of the instance, actually dropped the quest item, the note. So I'm just going to farm the shit out of them for a while, get a bit more rune cloth, which I can sell. You know, bit of pickpocketing, we get a few shillings together, maybe a couple of more potions. And we'll just see how that goes. But anyway, that's the plan so far. But that's an easy way of getting it done by your lonesome, I guess. You just snake your way through. I'll show you the path I took. Just work out where that patrol is. So if you're really smart about it, like, you probably could have gone that way as well, but this way looked easier to me, at least in my initial kind of inspection. You just make your way through this bit. That guy there on the left, he's tricky if you don't play it right. And then we just do a little slalom. Just kind of go through the middle point each time. We just keep to the wall over here because of these two jerks. But you know what? It looks like actually left wall might be easier. I came through on the right, but it looks like going out left is probably going to be easier. Boom. There we go. We still have Vanish as well, so if we need to pop it, well, we shouldn't have to. But if we need to, it's there. 3 DPS for Strath. That would be nice. It's a bit late though, so like I'm only doing a short wee recording so I can finish that episode off. And you just work your way through here. Dodge the patrols as they go back and forth, and sure fucking look, we're out now at this stage. So anyway, I'm gonna come back in a second. We're gonna be at Morgan's Vigil. Yeah, not Marshal's Refuge, Morgan's Vigil. And I would just shut up, it's not that bad. Look, it's fucking roasting in here. You could be outside in the cold. Once we get that part of the quest handed in, I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to show you guys actually while I'm here. Really quickly, don't get ganked. The joys of being stealthed. These guys out here actually dropped the note as well, which we'll then be able to collect once we hand that quest in. So anyway, 2 minutes, and we'll get that done. Boom, and we are back in Morgan's Vigil. No, actually, we have our best of slot now, so yeah, that's not really an issue. Oh, yeah, I don't know, but I got our Devil's Roar leggings. We have our leather working up to 300. I don't know if I mentioned that, so it's nice. And yeah, we're up to 528 in the gold, so things is going good. Things is going good. That happening. Turn 1 big DPS for Strat Living doing tier 5. I think they're looking for one. Okay. That's probably going to sell for the most. Yeah, we go with that. And as you can see, the quest line ends here. But now what we do is we'll go back. We're going to farm for the note to drop now is going to be the next part. And then that will start the next part of the quest when we actually get in, which involves us killing bosses. And then going back to Marshal Windsor in order to break that bad boy out. Anyway, we're going to make our way back over there. I'm going to farm that out. And then once we get that, I'll have to wait until we get a group again. So anyway, back in a minute. Ho, 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 ho. Not bad. That'll do for a bit of gold. Anyway, back to the grind. Okay, so now we've come to that point in the quest line where it just seems to randomly end and there doesn't seem to be any further parts to it. So at this bit then we need to come back to Blackrock Depths, and this is what I've been harping on about for the past couple of episodes and stuff like that. About, well, how come I wasn't getting my crumpled note? If you're by yourself and you're looking to get this note, if you come out here and you see the yellow miners here, the slaves that are being used to mine in the quarry outside. So this is at the front of Blackrock Depths. Apparently, they have roughly a 50% drop rate on the note, as we're about to see in about 2 seconds. So, you can kill these no bother by yourself. Come out here, chop a few of these bad guys up, and in absolutely no time at all, without having to kill elite mobs and worry about it dropping during a dungeon run, boom. So at this stage, we've now gotten our note, and we've started our quest, and it involves us going back in to see Marshal Windsor. Fucking fantastic. A shred of hope, or whatever it's fucking called. So anyway, back into when we go. Brilliant. So, if you're not a rogue, tough tits, get a group into Blackrock Depths, ask them nicely to do Marshal Windsor. If not, fucking re-roll as a rogue, and, you know, have happy times. So anyway, as a rogue, you can get in here fairly handily by yourself, as you can see with my super pro elite skills here. Don't look at my health bar. So anyway, once we've knocked the fucking head on these lads, we make our way into Marshal Windsor, and he's going to give us a quest called A Shred of Hope. So a Shred of Hope involves us killing 2 dwarf bosses in Blackrock Depths. It's going to be General Agamemnon, I don't fucking know, and then Golem Lord Argylmech. So the 2 of those lads, they're the first 2 bosses in the dungeon. Assuming that you're not doing, like, Lord Rockor and all those other shit. But they're the first 2 actual dwarfy kind of bosses. So if you have a rogue in your group, or if you're me, a fast way of getting there is literally, as you enter the dungeon, turn left, unlock the fucking gate, turn right, unlock the gate, turn left, unlock the door, and then make your way forward to the wheel. Unstealth at the spot that I'm going to show you now in a couple of minutes. Open the door, and then you only have to clear about 7 or 8 fucking patrols out of your way before you're actually at the first boss. And then it's just clear a room full of trash, and then you can do the next boss. And then you're done. Straight back to Marshal Windsor. So, anyway, I'm gonna clack this here, and we'll start up again now in a second. So, So I was fortunate enough to actually get a group pretty much that evening, although I had to fuck off. So it actually took me a couple of hours to get this on the go. We were successful enough in getting 6 people together, but actually one of them is 2. So the healer that's currently healing us wanted to get this done on their Warlock. So the Warlock is logged out outside, and the plan was is we were going to clear everything out of the way, get everyone up to the same part of the quest, and then get the Warlock inside just to finish it off at the end. But it got a bit of interesting towards the end, but we'll get that now in a second. So what you want to do is, before you start this quest, is clear every fucking mob out of the fucking way that he's going to go. And if you don't know what route he's going to go, look that shit up. Or watch this video. Either or. I don't really know. But anyway, kill everything, because it's going to be very fucking stressful if you don't. And again, you'll see that later on. Once you've gotten all of them out of the way, make sure everyone is on the same part of the quest that you are. So you want to make sure that everyone has the 2 bits of information. If anybody needs to go get their note or anything like that, make sure they all go get it. Get all that shit sorted. That took the guts of a half an hour for us to fucking do. We've killed what we think is all of the mobs now. We make our way through that side door I was talking about earlier on. The door on the left there, the thing that you have to click that big wheel, I've already opened that, and we've actually cleared a couple of mobs up here as well, while we were waiting for a couple of people to go get their note. So it just maximize the time efficiency, clear all this shit out of the way. Get the Angerforge. Oh, fuck, I've been calling him, like, Agamemnon. Fucking, I don't know what the fuck, where I got that shit. Anyway, Angerforge has to go down first. He's fairly fucking handy. You've seen me kill him a couple of times now at this stage. Once he goes down, just bear in mind he is going to spawn an absolutely fucking shit ton of mobs that run down. 2 of them are elite medics, and they can potentially pull the mobs upstairs too. So just make sure that you've cleared all the proper shit out. Is that actually any use? It doesn't look bad. It's a chance to increase your attack power. That kind of sucks. Anyway, first bit of information. Into the next room, clear all the trash, get rid of them all. Make sure you kill the Arcana Smiths first, because they suck. Make sure you let the tank get aggro, especially if the tank is a few levels below you. Don't pop Adrenaline Rush and Blade Flurry and be a total fucking dick about it like me. But it is fun, so, you know, YOLO. Anyway, once we get these bastards down, happy days. Argylmech is going to drop the... I do actually, I just have all the aggro here. This is great. Once we get them all down, Argylmech will drop our next bit of information, and we're going to have to return to Windsor. Now, the return to Windsor, this bit is a wee bit tricky. As we all know with vanilla fucking quests, especially kind of vanilla chain quests where you're doing them in a group, you have to make sure everyone is on the same part of the quest before you start the next bit. So, when we get to the next bit, we're going to clear out any mobs that are left, which we should have done, but we don't. We're going to make sure everyone hands in the quest. They're all in the same bit. And then before anyone starts the next bit, make sure everyone has handed the quest in that they already have. Otherwise, you've fucked it and you're going to have to start it again and wait for him to despawn. So as you can see, hand it in. Don't start the next one. Chill, Winston. Wait for it. Keep waiting for it. Keep waiting for it. Keep waiting for it. And now that we're certain that everyone has it done and dusted, I'm not too sure we did there, but fuck it, you should. Then start it. So everyone has it now. We're all in the same fucking part. Check and make sure everyone has it in case you need to fucking just let them go die so you can reset it faster. Or I actually don't know if he resets. It may actually be that you have to do a dungeon reset. I don't really know. Just don't fuck it up would be my advice. Anyway, he takes a fucking century to walk around here. And then he's going to go into a couple of rooms on the way. He's going to get geared up and all that sort of shit. Hip hip hooray for him. Don't make the mistake that we did and only clear one side. He goes over to the other side to find his good old bud Tobias. I have no fucking idea who Tobias is, but fuck Tobias, that's all I can say. I was totally down for fucking abandoning Tobias. You fucking piece of shit. Anywho, he's geared up the fuck and he's going to cross over to the other room. The side that Lord Rockord is beyond, or Rocco, or whatever the fuck his name is. There's a load of cells on that side too. And he's got to do the full length of it. So you need to make sure that you clear absolutely everything out along the way. Because as you can see, he won't hang around for you. Now, when he gets over here, he's going to stop at a couple of doors. So the person that has the key, either the cell door key or a rogue like myself, is going to have to lockpick these doors. However, if you haven't cleared, you can use this as an opportunity to clear out the trash in front of you, because he will despawn after a certain amount of time, but not immediately. However, I didn't realize this, and I thought that was the bias, and in the middle of a mana break, I decided to, yeah. Oops. So don't do that. That's not good. And again, to stress, once that door is open, he's going to start pushing on ahead. There are several doors throughout this, and they can also be used if somebody goes down. So there's an advantage to not immediately opening those doors if we haven't cleared. As you can see, people are like, oh, we could have cleared. The realization is starting to set in. So, shortly from now, the lock actually ends up going down. And remember, the healer was the lock, and the lock is the healer. So the healer isn't actually here anymore because it's actually the lock. So there's no way we can actually res this person, which fucking sucks. However, we're now at another door. So, and you can see he's gone miles ahead of us there as well. So he will just keep going if he has an aggro to a set of mobs. But fortuitously, he has stopped at the next door. So if somebody goes down, they have enough time to corpse run to get back if he is at a door. They can make it. And as we can see, the lock has made it. And he is still with us here, cheesing it along. So we're having a quick mana break. We're clearing a bit of thrash before we open up the door. And then I come back and I'll open the door. And then we continue again. Anyway, eventually, we're going to get to the end here now, and we're going to open up the last couple of doors. Again, mobs will come out that will attack you in some of them, and the last one is going to be Tobias, this fucking dickhead, who will cheese it, by the way. He doesn't fucking waste any fucking time about his business, he just goes for it. Whereas this fucking Shyhawk, look at him. Typical WoW fucking fashion. Just stroll the fuck out of the enemy stronghold. What a cock. What an absolute cock. Anyway, after another 20 years of fucking questing, or fucking escort, whatever you want to call it, he'll get to the entrance here, the quest will complete. Boom. And once that's completed, we're going to have to make our way back to the Burning Steps. So now we're going to be going to Morgan's Vigil. Here we are. Conveniently. Haha. And we're going to hand in this quest now. And he's going to give us another quest where we're going to have to meet him at fucking the front of Stormwind. Familiar with Stormwind will realize that there's a guy right underneath the archway of the first gate of Stormwind. And that chap is Squire Rowe. He has a set of goggles on him, long black hair. Can't miss him, unless you miss him, in which case, tough tits. Anyway, underneath that archway is that chap that we're looking for, so we're going to fly over there now. Now, I can't stress this enough. When we get to Stormwind, if you are still in a group and you don't want to wait 20 fucking years like I had to, wait till everyone has handed in what I'm about to hand in. But as you notice, I didn't get to click it, because this guy has already clicked onto the next bit. Wait for everyone to hand in the quest. Now, that chap did message me and say, oh, sorry, I thought everyone was AFK. Now, I fucking clearly wasn't, but we won't get into that. Wait till everyone's on the same part of the quest. Confirm that, and then once everyone's ready to go, saves everyone a fucking half an hour wait, then start the next bit. So hand quests in, but don't start the next one until we're clear that everyone has it. Anyway, Reginald now is about to stroll up here to Marcus? It is Marcus. Ha! I'm so good at remembering names, because this isn't the second or third take. Anyway, this is a fucking century-long escort now. We're gonna have to walk all the way up to the fucking keep. All the motherfucking way up. So I'm going to explain a couple of things about what's about to happen at the end in the meantime. So while this guy is being all epic and shit like that and doing his big fucking, you know, monologue as he wanders his way through the streets of Stormwind, kind of, you know, fucking blowing his load over all the fucking adoring fans that are out to see him going, oh my god, look at you, you're the superhero of the fucking... I don't give a shit. Anywho, when we get to the end, this quest does say raid, and there is a reason for that. When he happy slaps Lady Prester in the fucking face, Lombardo's the motherfucking shit out of that bitch. She is going to get pished and turn into Onyixa, because it is Onyixa. Spoilers. And she's going to summon an absolute shit ton of fucking elite mobs, which are going to attack both him and a couple of other guys in the keep. Don't do shit. That's the only way to explain this. Do not get involved. The outcome of the fight is already predetermined. And the elite mobs will get killed. If you get yourself involved in it, you'll draw the aggro and you'll just fucking die. And I don't know if that will fuck up your completion of the quest. And this escort is hella fucking long. Hella fucking long. And I wouldn't fancy walking all the way through fucking Stormwind with Reggie here fucking pulling his fucking thing again. So, screw that. Oh, no. Roleplay walk. Look at this shit. I'm trying to look for my key and then I realize I don't give a fuck for it. So, meh. Anywho, we're going to keep going all the way through here. The whole way up the fucking Stormwind. He takes his sweet ass time the whole way. The whole fucking way. Like, we all know what's gonna fucking happen. Can you not just fucking, you know, shake a leg and just get it over with? Even through Black Rock, he was doing the whole same shit. Anyway, do not touch the elite mobs, because if you fucking touch them, you're going to die. It does say raid, so I think the whole point of this was you were meant to get a raid group together, and you were all meant to get attuned at the same time. I think that was the logic to it. But fuck that. Why would I do that? Why would I socialize on a massively multiplayer online game? That's fucking stupid, man. So, solo the shit out of it. So, don't touch anything. Cannot stress that enough. The mobs, the NPCs that are here in the keep are more than capable of actually taking the elite mobs out. So, happy days. It's a pretty cool encounter. Escort bullshit aside, it is quite fun to watch. What are we doing, babe? Now, I'm informing the person there behind us that they were AFK. That they're going to have to wait another 3 minutes or so before they're going to be able to do it. So here we go. This is a pretty neat owl encounter. And you'll notice I'm getting out of the fucking way here because I don't want to be involved in that shit. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. If you had a big group of people here, healers and tanks and shit, you could probably kill the mobs. But I don't really see it as being worth my while getting involved in this bit here. So I'm just going to stand the fuck back. So here he goes. He happy slaps this bitch right in the face. She's none too impressed. She reaches a power level of over 9,000 and fucks his shit up. So shit starts going down here, and of course me, in superhero fashion, hides. So I'm just gonna stand here. I'm gonna give this fucker a bit of moral support. You know, just give him a wave. Yeah, he's got his shit. He's got an AoE stun, which I didn't really know about up until now. So bear that in mind, Hordies, whenever you're in here to try and fuck up what's his face, the tiny version of Arian. You know, Anduin, that's the dude. Anyway, after a couple of seconds, he's gonna fucking be able to absolutely wipe out all these mobs. Takes about a minute or so, and we're gonna be able to complete the next part of our quest. So, speed it up. Don't take your time. I decided to help out because I got bored waiting. Fantastic. Reginald's March. So, the quest is now completed. Bolvar, or whatever his name is. Yeah, that's Bolvar. Runs up here back next to the fucking prince. Has a little bit of a kind of, I was powerless. And turns out he actually has a medallion on him, which Onyixa has been controlling him with all this fucking time. So we're going to hand the quest in with him, complete it. And he's going to give us a quest to go to find someone in the world who's going to be able to show you how to turn this item into something that you can use to go fight Onyixa. Great. Absolutely no information. Spoiler, it's in Winterspring. So we're going to make our way to Winterspring after this. Again, if you're not a stealth class, the next part is going to be very, very stressful for you. So, I don't really talk about it in the next bit, because again, I actually didn't fuck up the camera for it on the recording. But in the next bit, if you are not a class that can use stealth, so i.e. you are not a druid or a fucking rogue, you are probably going to have to suicide about 3 or 4 times in order to be able to get through the cave. Just fucking deal with it. You know, it'll get you attuned, whatever. Take your gear off before you run in. It'll be fine. But it can be a bit of a pain in the arse if you're not, so bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. And now through the wonderful powers of exploration. We can finally get this last bit put to bed. Now, let's get motoring on inside, shall we? So, here we are in Winter Spring, and if you remember when we came through here, I saw all these cobalt dragons and all that sort of shiznick, and I commented saying, these look really neat, I wonder what they're for, or something to that effect. Well, this is what they're for. So, for all you non-stealth classes, RIP, you're gonna have a great time coming in here. So, from what I'm aware, deep in the dark recesses of whatever the fuck this shit is a dragon of sorts that we're gonna have a word with. And this dragon thing, sorts, person, unidentified character, halalalala, is going to tell us that we need to go to Upper Blackrock Spire, where we need to kill the last boss in order to get his blood to make the amulet of destiny, we'll call it. The fragment of the dragon's eye. I knew what it was called. My name for it is 100 times better. So, as you can see, as a stealth class, this is fucking easy. This is like, hey, everybody. Hey, General Colbatan. How are you doing? Don't mind me. I'll just fucking walk into your base. All your base are mine. So we'll just ignore all of these cunts. Though I would like to kill these and skin them. But I don't want to kill them, because I know that they're close to retirement. And as much as I would be able to kill them, I don't particularly want to ruin their retirement plans, because that'd be mean, wouldn't it? So we're going to let them live. Let them live. That's what we're going to do. Because we're a nice guy. Let's just... hey, don't do that. Keep going. Snake on by all these broodlings. Look at all that leather. Look at all that floating gold. Fuck me, man. Wouldn't that be nice? That's a really neat color, by the way. I really like that blue. That is. Like, I would wear clothing made of that color. Fucking PETA. Yeah, no, man. It's a neat color, and I like the contrast with the red. I don't know, like the Azure Dragonflight and all, like, I don't think they have the same blue as these lads here. Like, when you look at the actual models, from what I vaguely remember in Wrath of the Lich King, it's a lighter blue on the Azure Dragonflight. Whereas that blue, that looks fucking sick, dude. I don't know. Colors, man. All the colors of a rainbow. How much fucking further do we have to go? Mana Claw. Original name, friend. Fucking original name. Right. I don't think we have to go too much further. It looks like we're running out of map. Oh. Oh, damn. Head left. You're the big un. Let's just scooch on in. Oh, no. Let's do this. This looks like it's something that's going to be important. Nailed it. How are you, friend? Have you got, like, a unicorn horn? What the fuck is this shit going on in your head? No, I don't know what I was... Oh, I saw it like that, and it looked like she had a horn. Oops. Now, anyway. I sense an aura of evil radiating from you. Fuck you too, darling. Jesus, and your shitty high elf model. I should have known a piece of the Black Dragon Broodmother Onyixa. How revolting. Well, fuck yourself. Okay, we need to retrieve the blood of your man. So, that's the next bit, unfortunately. So now I need to try and get a group for Ubers. Yay! Okay, so we're trying to get a group together for Blackrock Depths here now at the moment. And I know it has absolutely nothing to do with that or this episode really in terms of content, because this is all about getting geared for, or sorry, getting attuned for Onyixa. But I just got a Thorium. I got two, actually. I got one off that guy, and I got one literally right there a couple of seconds ago. So I lockpicked the first one, and I got Ornate Positive, whatever. It's just going to be sold on the auction house for somebody to disenchant it, or I don't know, it'll get vendored. Got my second one. Boom. Okay, so we have a group for Ubers at the moment. I'm in a pug here with these cruel intentions, lads. So it's going well so far. No wipes, no bullshit, no nothing as of yet. I've died once, but that was my fault because I didn't target the target of the tank at one point. But it's going okay, and there doesn't seem to be any other skinners, so that's always a positive. I'm going to pop evasion, because I have a feeling that this is about to get painful. Stay behind him. Oh, he's got a Christmas hat, man. Oh, yeah. It's the most wonderful time of year. And I think other people just noticed it as well. Neat. Why can't I do moves to him? I've got so much energy. Oh, I think I was disarmed. I actually don't know. Oh, that went down fairly handy. Wonder what he dropped. Mail, not my problem. The hat is lovely, but more mail. And 5 minute bugger. And the red winter hat, which looks neat as shit. Fantastic. Right, let's skin a few things. Sweet. That was pretty easy. I also found out that if I stand at my max range for my attack, his knockback doesn't actually affect you, which is pretty fucking sweet. Anyway, on to the next one. The last one. Hopefully. Oh, Jesus. I wasn't... oh. This may not have been the most successful of pulls. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but there wasn't really much of a break or a warning that we were about to do anything. I hope I'm in the right spot here, so that way I don't get hit by whatever cleave bullshit that they do, but at the same time, I'm still getting the benefit of Blade Flurry. Yeah, no, that was okay. That was perfect. Yeah, the Hunter just kind of went in. Oh, he's coming back. Oh, that means he died. Oh, damn. The healer is about to die. The healer is getting fucking milled. Oh, shit. Right, we need to get this cunt down. We need to do it now. This happens. Why is the slice and dice up? Let's get it back up. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking shit. Just keep on him. Just keep on him. Pop this. Maybe one of them. Just keep us in it. Oh, this is... no, we are gonna wipe. Like fuck. Oh, no. Bugger. 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 It just seemed like nobody was ready for that pull. I don't know. Yeah. We only have one healer, so what can you do? Anyway, back in a minute. Boom. Right, now here we are. And which is the bot? There he is. General Draka Doobie Doobie. And cheers, lads. We got the blood of the thing, and we got a ring. Nice one. Cheers, lads. Ew. Let's get the derp out of here. Can I skin any of this shit? Hey. No. Too high. Put this just right. Anyway, Christy. So now we have a new ring. Where is she gone? Stamina, chance to crit, and 16 attack. That's pretty neat. Keep the agility, keep the 5 stamina, get rid of the 5 strength. Makes sense. Makes sense. Alright, so we even got an upgrade there. I don't think that's any of the BIS stuff, but we got our item as well for our attunement, so that was pretty neat. Right, we're gonna make our way back to what's her face. Super sneaky. Super sneaky. Hey. Easy. No problem. First time. Nailed it. Boom. And we hand this motherfucker in the Drakefire amulet. We get this Drakefire amulet. Oh, that's what we get. Alright, yeah, whatever. Fuck it. This is what we get. The blue flight wishes you luck. Oh, you are the blue dragonfly. Oh, neat. Right, Swifty. Boom. We're now attuned to Onyixa, so you have to have that item, I think, in your inventory or equipped in order to be able to gain access to the raid. Okay, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like down below, or possibly consider subscribing to the channel. If you have any comments, questions, concerns about anything that happened in this video, leave it down below in the comment section. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Take her handy. Bye-bye!